anything can happen at any moment to anybody, bro.
Right.
None of us exempt. The same person that sleep under a bridge right now that's homeless, we can wake up at the same time and the same thing can happen to both of us. My little brother heart just stopped. 3 years younger than me, healthy. Just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So like, I live my life with a different appreciation, bro. Excuse me, dog.
How do you?
I live my life with a different appreciation, dog. Because I know how quick it could be gone.
Now I will never be your hater, I'm your biggest fan. I hope it falls into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement, still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail, you saw the clip, you see the topic. We gotta learn to appreciate life. And, I laugh, because, my lady calls me uptight. I get it. I can be. I definitely can be, because and I can be intense. I could definitely do that. I call her Karen. I call her Foodie Karen. And I realized some of us, we change our appreciation for life with tragedy. And then some of us become a little softer because of things that happen, and some of us become a little harder. And appreciation may express itself in different ways. I can say for me, appreciating life made me more intense. And I talked about this before, where when I was a kid, I had an accident as a child and I got my throat cut. And I had an out-of-body experience. But that made me more intense as a person, because for one, I knew there was something after this. As I got older, I would have my teeter-totter moments where, is it really? Is it not? And then I'm like, listen, I done had this out-of-body experience already. We're not even gonna go there. It's obvious. But life can be hard, right? It just make you rethink things. But the other thing is, because of that experience, I haven't learned to be lighthearted. Like some people go, oh, let's just go with the flow of life, live life. And I'm like, oh, motherfucker, we ain't gonna live this on this plane. It ain't gonna last forever. Like, I don't remember being here before. I just remember when I was a few years old, like, oh, I'm alive. Like, I can't do it. People died and sometimes you die with them. And the only way you can live is to appreciate life like you did when they were alive, and do the things that they would do to keep them alive in you, and to bring some life back to yourself if you just died with them. So, some of us, we got to do things to appreciate life, because it's unfair, man. Like, some of us make it, some of us don't. Some of us, things happen, and some of us are just hit with thing after thing after thing after thing that's just that's crippling. And some of us are hit with a lot of great stuff, and it's like, wow, like, but life has its ups and downs, whether you get a lot of good on the front end and you get bad on the back end, or you get a lot of bad on the front end and good on the back end. And some people don't get anything but good, and some people don't get anything but bad. And both of them and both groups of people have to learn how to appreciate life as it comes. Like, sometimes they say, there's a lesson. Everything has a lesson. And I would say the lesson sometimes is to appreciate everything at the moment. I saw this clip with Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about dogs, and how dogs are loving, fun creatures, and I got it, and I got my dog. We got a dog, and I love that little Buster, but he's annoying. But he says, you know, every one day for you is like a week for that dog. So the dog is taking in life as much as it can, and then you could learn from a dog's um, approach to life how you can appreciate life more. They don't have the time to, you know, go through all the shenanigans of not enjoying life. And I really listened to that and dug that message. And I realized, you know, life, like we always say, life is short. But as you get older, you realize how short it is. Because sometimes 20 years ago was just yesterday. Um, and sometimes you look back at 10, 20 years ago and you realize, you look at yourself like, man, either you doing the right things or you were doing the wrong things. You know, sometimes you realize you weren't appreciating life because you were too uptight, or you were appreciating life because you were present. And some people waste their life not being acting like they got more time than they do, and but they don't appreciate it. They just take it for granted. That's why I say I'm a bit more intense because I kind of take it. I don't want to take it for granted. I feel like it's disrespectful. So that's my little thing. But I've learned the older I've gotten, the more free I wanted to be, in the sense of I want to experience life like a child does. You know, in the sense of being happy about the moments, little things making my day, little things making my life. Those the little memories that you know people skip over. Like, man, that was the best day of my life. Like, because sometimes as an adult, you try to create these big events. Like, yeah, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is what I work for. And you skip over all the great things that happen to that big event, and the big event doesn't really cut it. You know, it really doesn't. It really doesn't stand up as an event to what you hoped it to be. And I had to learn, like, sometimes you just gotta appreciate every day. You know, every day is a blessing, man. And one of the biggest lessons I've learned is one of the biggest blessings you have is people in your life that you love and that love you back. You know, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's a husband, whether it's a wife. You know, that's that's the greatest things you can have. So while you got it, appreciate it, because I can tell you, I went, hmm, it's probably been like 15 years since I lost my two best friends, 2 weeks apart, and I've never gotten over that, but at the same time, um, it made me appreciate the relationships that I have that aren't even on that level, because they can be gone too. So, and I was very glad that I really, really was very present and very much so reciprocated all the love back that was given to me, you know, before they passed. So I would say you gotta learn to appreciate it, man. Because if you don't, you gonna like, I don't have regret, and that's my good thing, you know. And sometimes I'll say this, and I'm gonna get out of here. Sometimes in life, I've taken L's, and I've been frustrated and angry with people because I would rather be angry with them today than regret not being involved with them and they pass away tomorrow. But I'm gonna leave it at that. You tell me what you think. Like, share, Subscribe or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna tell you that.